All right, I'm gonna go and admit everybody since I'm going live, so let's go there.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. We're going live on everything. We're broadcasting out. We are on another week of pre-launch, getting ready to actually launch the Brainfood education platform to parents and students, and also keep to get all the teachers and things going on. It's awesome crunch time, as I like to look at it. So welcome for being here. We're going to just cover the opportunity here. We are discussing what's called Brainfood Ambassador. It's an extension of Direct to Consumer Ambassador. Direct to Consumer takes things right from the manufacturer to the door. And we have an amazing, marketing family behind it, and we deal with a lot of really cool projects. One of them is Brainfood Ambassador, which is literally not homeschool, but school from a private education platform to the home that is also being instructed by real action teachers that are going to teach the curriculum that we have, which is an amazing curriculum. We're solving the education issues around the world. We're going to start here in the U.S. and then slowly but surely take it around the world. But the U.S. curriculum that we have is going to allow us to help anyone in America to get their kids trained K through 12. And we're going to add a lot more after that. But right now we're focused on launching K through 12 in this amazing platform. And there is a huge opportunity with this and a huge structure. We're going to be covering the compensation, but basically on the marketing side, every family you bring in, you're going to get paid on the education process on each and every order, each and every kid in the system, and you're also going to be able to recruit and build teams around it that does the same and contribute in every aspect of what we do. We're going to be doing massive marketing to build this up, and we share it with our partners. And those that are already part of the Direct to Consumer Ambassador know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll give you just a short story how this happened. I think it's an awesome story. We've been doing business for over 3.5 decades. And when I was 19, I got to go and expand my branches of business into Australia. Literally, it's about as far as you can possibly go before going back around the world again. And I established some really good relationships. One of those was with the Goncalves, Daniel and Sarah. And as things progressed and our friendship built, we've just had a really awesome synergy together. I was a best man at his wedding, and Tanya and I were out there for that. The kids call me uncle. I love the family. They're an extension of us. And if you know much about Tanya and I, we've got a really huge family of people we've been dealing with for a long period of time, because that's what happens. You do things right. And it's amazing where things have gone. Well, back in 2017, which it feels like yesterday, it wasn't that long ago. But in 2017, we invested with Sarah Goncalves, and we set up a tutoring school in Sydney, Australia. And as that progressed, as us as entrepreneurs and technical geeks would do, Daniel got involved, and we literally transformed that into a technical solution to teach. So the high structure of tutoring, and also the technology to allow it to be done. And we did it in a virtual setting, so that if kids were sick, they could still attend it. Then the pandemic came, and we were able to teach kids through school and teach them and keep them educated and up to speed during the lockdown, all because of our digital setups. And that opened up a lot of training and understanding and expertise. And then you fast forward to today, when you see where the school systems are lacking. The institutions controlled with the government aren't giving what our kids need. They're not getting trained on what they need to be part of the future and where things are going, nor does it ever seem like they're going to keep up. As private educators, we can. And because we got the curriculum and the understanding of how that works, and we've been able to build this over the last couple of years, we now have our amazing curriculum. This is all being formatted into an amazing technology solution so that we can have family accounts get set up. And the family accounts will be a mere $99 a month for access to the entire curriculum for K through 12. Then there's going to be a fee per year, paid monthly, to cover the year of school. And kindergarten's always free. First grade, second grade, all the way up through 12. It's $109 per month on a 12-year contract for first grade to eighth grade, and then ninth grade, 10th, 11th, and 12th will be 129 per month. It's an annual thing. All this is going to be spelled out in the coming landing pages that are being set up, approved by legal, and then we're going to start launching this. And it's an amazing thing that every time those are done, but there's also marketing compensation because we're private that goes to the people that are building this industry with us. And on top of that, we have an amazing structure that pays teachers what they're worth. They literally can make upwards of $250 per live class, and building a recorded library with us, get compensated for the use of that library ongoing. Now, there's a lot of things coming together right now. We're going to start doing the pre-launch here any week now, and we're opening our doors for classes August 28th. It's a Monday. And that's when we open the things up there. So we're going to start pre-enrolling the students and the family accounts, and we're going to be doing registration and launching things mid-August with a bunch of information. But again, classes open up the 28th, and so we're going to allow them to come in for $1, not charging any fees until mid-August when we actually put the schedules and stuff out there and start the curriculum. It's going to be a very phenomenal thing. Now, I've covered a few things about it. We're going to get more of the opportunity out there. We're going to have more of a presentation stuff coming here really soon. We do this every Wednesday to keep everybody up to speed because this is a big deal. And we're waiting for our tools to put people in and time into the system. Everything is coming together. I want to introduce you guys to our MSI, Sheila Matchett, who's in charge of the teachers and connecting them with the curriculum. And she's going to be running all the stuff behind the scenes as far as making sure the testing facilities and everything are being done properly. Everything is under her watch. And she comes with an amazing background in homeschooling and dealing with the different states and regulations. It's also been a treat to work with her for years, and we know what she can do. So Sheila, I want to bring you on, and you can kind of cover the teacher aspect. And then if we have a little bit of time, we'll go to Q&A. But you guys, we're just keeping you up to speed on this. You want to bring teachers, we're going to start bringing parents to Wednesday night. And as soon as we have our landing pages and start taking enrollments of families, we're going to open that up for this Wednesday as well. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be an overview for the parents to come in, get involved, cover that, and cover the business aspect as we need to on the opportunity. It'll probably get a little bit longer, more like 40, 45 minutes when we start doing that. But we have presentations that are all being formalized. Again, we're in the legal process right now, and a lot of it, and we're about to open that up. So Sheila, if you would come on, say a few things, and then let me know when I got to open the mic up. Right now, everybody's closed off. They can't even talk yet.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. It is going along. I did talk to, for those of you that went to the conference, there was about 4 of the teachers there that have applications in that we talked with a little bit, got some information on it. 2 of them I'm probably going to get onboarded this week. One's going to be our kindergarten specialist, and hopefully we'll be able to also get another part of a program in that she specializes in. Ms. J. Fish is here. So I know I spoke with her extensively about it. So I'm pretty sure she's ready to go. And she's going to be one of our kindergarten specialists, probably do another education in the lower grades. And then we'll be talking to a couple of other people, getting them onboarded and get things started with your videos. The teaching aspect, guys, like I said, we are going to pick the cream of the crop to do this. It is going to be a private online school. It's nothing that has been done here in the United States to this extent. We're also those teachers that don't get picked at this particular time to be in the teaching program. We will be also offering tutoring. So if you don't have an extensive background in the education system, but you do have that 4-year degree, have had some tutoring experience or worked with children before or high school kids, but don't necessarily have that teaching degree, you will be put in the system to be able to tutor. And so even though you're out there, you're not going to be left behind. I will be reaching out to some more people this week and next week as far as setting up more interviews to see who we have, but it is progressing. The curriculum that Daniel's coming up with, guys, it's phenomenal. It's gonna literally keep our kids that get in our program a step above everybody else. It is absolutely amazing. When I homeschooled my kids, it took me forever just to get the curriculum. I pulled 2 or 3 different curriculums together to create my own and have to submit it into the state to get approval. The curriculum that he's coming up with is going to be approved everywhere in the United States. Everything's going to be digital. So we don't even have to worry about doing a lot of paper work or anything like that. The kids and parents will be able to keep up with their education along with their attendance straight there on the computer. They don't even have to worry about anything. It's totally portable. For those of you that have military influence or know people that are in the military stationed outside the United States, this is a great opportunity for them to be able to have the United States education go with them, and they don't have to worry about trying to integrate into the social program there or school system wherever their parents are stationed. It is a great tool that they'll actually be able to graduate with in the United States, get their certificate of graduation, or even just attend until they get back stationed in the United States. Everything is going to be accredited, so it'll transfer over. So guys, this is just one of those things that you can't go wrong with it. They're gonna, like I said, as we run into situations, the way the program and curriculum set up, we'll be able to integrate anything new in there relatively easy. We're going to start with just a basic platform. We're going to have everything that's required for any state for a graduating senior, as far as any other K through 12. Like Roy said, we will be creating a library. So if a student happens to miss a live training or class that day, they can always pull up that afternoon, pull up the library and go and get their class, and the teacher still gets paid for that. So if you are a teacher interested, anytime your library is accessed, you get paid for that student joining that library. It'll be just like a regular class. Our classrooms are going to be 500 max. As we always say, the first year is going to be the training year. That's where we're going to get everything hammered out, make sure everything's going. And we probably will be having some student or some teachers are going to be teaching multiple classes and multiple grades until we get all of our teachers onboarded or get enough to fulfill or fill up all the classroom requirements. That'll just be more money for that teacher that can teach multiple levels. And we will have special electives, different electives as they get into the upper grades. Like we said, we are private school. We don't have that many regulations, and we'll be able to add different electives that our upper grade classes will be able to take. And that's the good thing about having that private education or private school label, is that as long as we follow the state curriculum, we can still add electives that gives our students and our children a better and broader view instead of just having that 9-to-5 job. So just keep bringing them in. If you don't know the link to submit the resume, get with your instructor or the person that brought you. They have the link for you to be able to go and read more information. And also to submit your resume to me. We have one place that they all come to. I have a team that goes through them as they come in. And then we will be getting together to see who is the best fit. And I just thank you guys for keep bringing those in. And like Roy said, our landing platform for our pre-enrollment for actual students is almost done. We're going to meet tonight to see how close that is. So talk to those parents that are looking for an alternate education platform. Let them know that we do have an online private school that's coming, and they will be able to actually probably sign up for that late July, 1st of August to get things started. So that's all I have. Roy, take it away.
That's actually really awesome. Here, I'm gonna mute. We'll do some Q&A here in a second. Actually, we can have people raise their hands. If anybody has questions for myself or for Sheila, this is the time we'll do a little bit of Q&A for a few minutes here. And I know we've been answering a lot of this. This is pretty much the same information we've been doing. We're all waiting for the landing pages. We're all waiting for the next step forward. But it's, you guys, there's a lot here. And I've seen a lot of faces, Sheila, from people that were there. There's Marty. All right, Marty. Here comes Q&A. Marty, you can unmute.
I always forget to unmute. Anyway, Sheila, Roy, actually, are you going to include in the curriculum right away languages such as Spanish and French and so German?
Yes.
Or is that going to come later?
No, that's actually a graduating curriculum. They have to have some type of foreign language. So we just got to see what teachers we're going to have to implement. And I'm hoping we'll have at least 2 languages. I already know that we have a French and a Spanish instructor. If we can get more, that's just great that we can offer that. But yes, I'm also going to check and see if sign language can be also interpreted as a foreign language, because I have an instructor that teaches sign language. So we're going to be checking on that to see if that can be listed as a language.
That's excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I want to just comment on this. Any of the curriculum questions, that goes to Sheila. You guys, I know my wheelhouse. I know what I'm really strong at. I'm gonna be, pretty much breathing hard with you guys to keep. Yeah, I understand the technology side of it, how to build it, the marketing aspect, but to be an educator, I got way better people than me to help run the helm, and that's so those questions will definitely go to Sheila. That being said, we will have everything we need to properly educate the future. And there's going to be a little bit of a chicken and the egg, like what comes first as we launch this. However, we got a lot of teachers involved. We have a lot of people that are seeing this goes. And as soon as we get this launched and get it going and we're adding the parents and we're building the supply and demand, I have a very strong belief we're going to be just fine. And that's where a lot of the stuff is going to be running. So yeah, just keep up on it. This is, guys, it's exciting times. We're about to hit the rubber to the tires and hit that ground and hit that pavement and start running. And then we'll be sorting all the rest of the stuff out. But we've been really preparing for this. All right, Karina, Johns.
Sorry. Quick question. You may have said this before,
Yes.
but I'm just drawing a blank. Do the tutors get paid the same way as teachers? And
No.
if they get paid?
No, the tutoring process, that's a great question. I can answer that a little bit as far as the payment structure. Tutoring is going to be by small groups for individuals, and it's be at tutoring costs, just like we've done everywhere else. And so we're going to be totally going into the tutoring process. And based on priority, we're going to be launching the education part, the K through 12 first. Then the tutoring is going to be launched right alongside, right after it. But tutors are going to get paid by the hour they're tutoring based on the kid and the structure. That's how the tutoring is always going to go. It needs to be paid that way. Tutors aren't going to be tutoring 500 kids at once. They're going to be doing 4, 3, 2, and 1, just like we do in Australia now. It's amazing. But Karina, that's going to be paid very well by the hour, and it's a smaller structure, right?
Okay, will that information be provided to us at sometimes so we know what?
Really soon, absolutely. The whole tutoring structure will absolutely be provided. Right now, what we care about first is getting the K through 12 going. The tutoring will come right after that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll have information on it. We have so much under legal review. The attorneys are going crazy on it. We're crossing some new areas where we got to get a lot of things covered, and that's what we're waiting on. But the tutoring, we're going to be duplicating what we've done already in Australia. We got a really good formula, and we'll be putting that out there. It's coming, Karina.
All right, awesome.
All right, somebody asked me about a handbook for funding. My page does already have 2 links for government funding or funding that is available throughout the United States. The one thing that I'm suggesting everybody do is for your state, look up private school funding. There are tons of groups that are out there that will give private school funding, but first you have to get accepted to the school so that you can give them the information. Okay.
All right, Lucille Brinkenberg.
Not yet for an adult curriculum. That's coming.
Yeah, we first and foremost, K through 12. We got to get that
K
launched.
through
We got to get
12.
that going, and then we'll start having fun loading up the rest of the adult curriculum, the college courses, all of that. We're gonna do after we take care of K through 12. It's kind of a big deal. Lucille.
Okay, 2 of my questions were already answered, but I still have.
Fabulous.
What's that?
Fabulous.
I'm probably jumping too far ahead, but I was wondering if eventually you'll have any religious classes for some of the major religions, or if there's any plan for that.
Right
Okay,
now,
so
Yeah, our curriculum's going to be based on the as needed. If it comes up that we need that, we'll be able to add it.
Yeah, so I'll answer that a little bit more. We're taking care of our base curriculum, which is pretty amazing. And then obviously on the curriculum, religion, theology, we're gonna be crossing that realm. We have a lot of Christian guidance and stuff that's here. We have not crossed that exact bridge, but Lucille, I promise you it's coming. Here's the thing is we're launching a massive thing. And there's a lot of areas that aren't all the way covered yet, but they will be. We have to make sure we're covering everything so people can graduate and go forward. And then the alternative stuff is very wide open for us to append to. But that's going to be part of the chicken and the egg. We've got to get things going. We've got to get the students in there. We've got to be growing at that pace. But in the first year is going to be very structured as we get things out there, and we just get to add. So know it's coming. Of course, we want to put that in there. The parents want that in there, but we got to roll out a real business model for this and make sure that the structure is there so we can support it. And that's the first priority. Make sense, Lucille?
Okay. Thank you very much. I knew I was jumping ahead.
Oh, but you're not ahead of us. We've already talked. We just got to be careful what we roll out because we got to get it going. Right.
Okay.
And if we take too long, we're going to be into next year. And I was trying to launch this for January, very optimistic. And and then it's the programming time to get everything sorted and put together, and it's happening. So, all right, let's go to Jane Savell.
Hi, I have two questions for Sheila and a very short one for Roy. First of all, what about states that require specific classes for their state, such as in Texas, 4th grade is required to take Texas history and 8th grade is required Texas history. Can that be rolled over into a general one where you can cover many states at the same time? It's just something I had wondered about.
Well, the curriculum that we're setting up is approved for the state of the whole United States. So for those states that have specific requirements, that is for their state. We're going by what's specifically required for the country. So okay. Yeah, so it's going to be an approved curriculum that can be taught in any state, in any school, in any state. So most states like Texas, that's what they want to teach. They got approved for their state, but that's not a government countrywide. What we're teaching is going to be approved countrywide.
Okay. Number 2, real quick. After speaking with you one day, you said I really needed to flush out or give more information in my resume. I tried to go back into that resume submission area and they would not allow me in since I'd already submitted one. Is there a place to give you more information?
Send it to me directly at my email. Get with your instructor. They have that.
Okay. And then a real quick one for Roy. Think about this. At some point, we've got to come up with a mascot. So I want you to put that in your brain to think what we can do for a mascot for the school district.
So I'm gonna tell you something really quick on the mascot. I'm already a little bit ahead of you.
Okay.
So I met with the company to actually get a mascot made for this. We literally have the animal, the suit idea, the concept for the suit. We just haven't executed on it yet. Kind of already ahead of you on that. And I agree. In fact, not only do I agree, I'm ecstatic about the idea. And if you this is as soon as we said we were going to do this, with the whole Brainfood thing, I'm like, oh, I got the mascot. So I have a very close friend of mine that was the Utah Jazz Bear for the professional football or basketball team, and he literally was the first one to start doing aerobatic craziness. Right, he broke his legs all the time, his arms, but the costuming and the effects of that, he's behind with a company out of Utah, and they already have a prototype already in the makes for what we're going to be doing on the mascot. So we're going to have something. We're going to have some fun branding it. We're going to have some fun. We're probably going to do a consensus vote for the name, but the species of animal and the costuming, I've already made a decision on. I figured I could put some weight on the whole idea, and I've had way too much fun with it. Okay.
Well, our local school are the Lions, and I figure that might have a high vote count. And I have already written a song that I used to teach my kids that made it more politically correct. We didn't do one little, two little, three little Indians. We did one little, two little, three little lions, and they roared at the end.
I like
So-
the sound of this already. Keep all that stuff together. You guys all know my affirmations with lions, so you guys are pretty much on pace. We'll go with that. And yeah, Rory the lion makes me laugh, so we can deal with that, right? We can deal with that. All right, Tony.
Hi, I heard that you don't have to be credentialed, or at least your credential doesn't have to be active to be a tutor. Is that correct?
That's not for me. That's all
Yeah.
on Sheila. Whatever
Good
Sheila
question.
says on this, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not putting any authority on credentials on the teaching aspects and the tutoring. I know that that we have a very strict process on how we do things out of Australia, and I'm pretty sure we're going to ride by that. But you know, and I don't,
Yeah.
and Tony, I don't know if you bring that up, you know, where we go with that. The tutoring aspect is going to be phenomenal, but we really have a prideful direction we go with the tutoring, and we found that getting high graded kids out of the school process that just got done acing those grades, and that part of it became very good aptitude for this. So, you know, and we got some different directions on it, but Tony, they don't have to be an accredited teacher to be a tutor. No.
Okay.
No, not
Second,
accredited. Yeah, they do need to have a degree or have the experience to match a degree to be tutor.
And once again, this
Second.
is all through whatever Sheila says.
second,
Mhm.
do you, as a tutor, get access to the back office? So like I've taught everything from kindergarten to 12th grade. Could I go in and if I was tutoring, say, a fourth grader, get into the curriculum for fourth grade so I'd make sure I wasn't getting in the way of anything? For
If you are,
example, history,
yeah,
you know.
if you are part of the Brainfood Ambassador Program, either as a tutor or as an instructor, you will still be paying your monthly dues, which is the $59.95. So therefore, you will be having access to that, but you'll probably be restricted to just what you're tutoring. For
Well,
private,
if I was,
you know, for private measures, we don't want you to be going in to look at students that you are not.
I'm not
tutoring.
talking about looking at students, I'm talking about looking at
Yes,
curriculum.
you'll have access to the curriculum that you will be tutoring.
Okay,
So if you're going to
Okay,
be
and-
tutoring a fourth grader, you'll have access to that fourth grade curriculum.
okay, since I've already sent in my resume, do you need it again?
Mm-mm.
Okay, just put me in for tutor.
Okay.
Awesome, Tony. Meanwhile, let's go tutor some more students. Keep that pace going. All right, Gail.
Yeah, Sheila, my son is a special education middle school teacher. He's credited K through 12. A single parent with a full-time job. Is it my understanding that if he were interested, there would be a platform for pre-recorded classes that he could do on his own time that would be available?
No.
No?
He would have to do live, all the live training or the live instruction will get recorded into a library for students that miss or students that need a refresher. They can go in, but a teacher will not be exclusively recorded. They
Okay,
have
I
to
wondered
attend
because
the
that
live
gave me
classes.
opportunity for question asking. That's why. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
the classes will all be live and then recorded. And then anyone that misses their class for whatever reason, say they're sick and they can't get on the live recording, they will actually be able to go to the library, pull up their class that they missed and see the live recording. The teacher will then get paid for that student accessing that recording.
Okay, what's the time window for the live classes?
That's the good thing. The teachers we're going to have a standard, like a regular school standard for all the teachers to sign up, but the teacher actually gets to set his own schedule. So if he wants to teach and we have a student that doesn't want to get into class until after their parents get home, we're hoping we're going to have a schedule that will have a teaching class or they can access their class, say at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, maybe even 7 or 8 o'clock at night. It just
Okay.
depends on what we have a demand for.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, awesome. We're at the top of the hour, so we want to do an update. We're gonna really be adding a lot to this on the Wednesdays. We're about to open it up, so you guys keep coming on the Wednesdays to do this. Bring the teachers in here. Do we have any new teachers that are attending first time? Raise your hands. We just want to say hi. If not, we'll close out for today. Sheila and I got to go get on with Australia anyway, and we'll go from there. All right, I think we're good for right now. All right.